AppSheet tutorial for beginners, how to use AppSheet step by step. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can get started with creating your own no-code applications. AppSheet is a tool that is powered by Google and it allows you to build intuitive tools with the help of a no-code system. You can create apps that are tailored to how you work and adapt how you work, or you can create apps for Google Chat and publish them with one click. You can capture data-rich forms, barcodes, locations, signatures, and photo formats, and you can automate work that flows. You have the ability to unify your apps and data and manage your data and creators safely and securely. So let's get started with AppSheet. Now, the first step to getting started with AppSheet is going to be to go on ahead and simply go into appsheet.com and then click on Get Started. Once you click on Get Started over here, you're going to sign in with any one of these options, whether it's Salesforce, Smartsheet, Dropbox, Apple, Microsoft, Google. And I'm just going to be proceeding with Google because that's an easy sign up for us. And then we're just going to proceed with our email address. And now that our sign up has been completed, we can click on Continue. Once we click on Continue, we're just going to wait for our entire sign up process, and we're going to allow it to sync up to our different applications. And once AppSheet has been integrated, we can now click on Create to create two types of things. We can create our database, so you can use built-in AppSheet database to model and store our data, and we can create applications. So we're going to click on Create over here, and once we click on Create, we can click on App. And we have three options. We can start with our pre-existing data if you already have that. If you do not have your own pre-existing data, then you might want to start with a template. However, you can even get started with a blank application and customize everything according to your personal preferences. Now, this just depends on how you want to get started. So today I want to proceed and I want to start with a template. So I'm going to click on Start with a Template. And once I do that, from here, we can see we have different app templates, including simple inventory, simple survey apps, Kanban boards, project trackers, shift management, onboarding and training, workstation booking, travel approval workflow, order deliveries, field delivery, task manager, marketing projects, facility assets, occupancy trackers, and more. Now, different industries and functions are included in their pre-built template. You can click on the type of feature you're looking for and the level of complexity you're looking to handle. Each template is marked with either one of these types of complexities, whether it's basic, intermediate, or advanced. Then you can choose the feature that you're looking for or the functions that you're looking to perform. So for us, let's say that we are looking for a planning and project management or inventory management tool with a certain level of complexity. We can specify that. But I think I want to go ahead and proceed with a simple marketing project one, which allows us to track marketing campaign stages and budgets. So all we have to do is click on Preview to preview the application. Once you click on Preview, you can see what the application is going to look like and what the interface is going to look like primarily. Then after that, you can look under the hood or you can just click on Copy and Customize. After that, you're going to name your application. Let's say it's going to be called Lily's Marketing, and then it's going to fall under the category of planning and project management. And then after that, we're just going to wait for our new application to be set up. Now, whenever you set up these applications, they are replicated to the core, and then you can customize the rest of the application in accordance with the basic setup. So once the basic template is loaded, you can customize it. Now from here, you can explore your applications. Currently did not load successfully. Please contact the developer. Is not ready to be deployed. There are some definition errors. The app is currently non-runnable. Then we have data on the left. You guys can see we have several different fields of data that are connected to your database. Then you also have your actions, automation, security, intelligence, and settings. Now, the more complicated your application is, the more functions it may have. So if I was to take a template that was more complicated, and I'll just show you guys an example of a slightly complicated template. If I go on over here, go into intermediate, you guys can see we have an intermediate project tracker, Kanban board, curbside pickup, team dictionary, but I want to go ahead and copy this project tracker. I'm going to click on copy app. Once the app is copied, we can open this up and you guys will see that the density of the data is going to be quite different for both of these. So you guys can see on the right, we have our issues and our previews. We're going to go with a laptop preview. We can see the laptop preview and then a tablet. Now on the left, we will see whether our app is deployed or not. Currently, our app is being copied and you can explore the app but can't make edits while it's still being copied. Once the app is completely copied, it will sync up the app on the right. Now from here, you guys can see that this particular project tracking application has different stages: not started, in progress, complete, tracker detail. Then you can proceed with going into new project and add a new work stream. Let's say we have our work stream K. So we're going to add this as project K. And then we can add a color to designate that and then click on save. Then we can add a specific task and the task description, whether it's started. If I mark this as started today and due on this particular date, the status is in progress and I'm going to click on save. And our new issue will be added. Now, I did not name this as issue, so it's not added as issue. I just added it as task 1. Usually your tasks are going to be descriptive, so you're basically going to describe what the function of the task is, and that is just going to be really helpful in defining the task and making it really easy to understand because you will have it labeled, and that makes it really easy and simple to move forward with task management. Now, after that, you can see a calendar is embedded, and if I click on the edit option, I can take a look at the view type and the view name. If you want, you can change that as well, and you can go with the calendar view instead. Now, if I add another element within this application, I can drag elements from the left and add different rows of data to incorporate within the application. Then below that, you can click on actions to add different types of trackers and notes and work streams. Then you can even build your own bots, which can help you in streamlining your processes. So from here, to send a reminder to complete tasks which are due today. And this is one automation that has been built in. Now, this is a really basic automation. You might want to create some more complicated ones, and those can be built depending on the complexity of your application. Now, all of this is available with Google AppSheet. However, there is pricing. So you can explore the AppSheet platform and test your apps with up to 10 users at no cost. However, when you're looking to launch your app and share your app with the rest of your team, you will have to upgrade to a paid plan. Paid plans start at $5 per user per month with basic application and automation features in the AppSheet database. And after that, you have the core plan at $10 per user per month, and then you have the Enterprise Plus, which starts at $20, but it also includes things such as connecting to spreadsheet, cloud files, enhanced application security, priority customer support, and machine learning. I hope you guys found this video helpful and you are now able to get started with AppSheet. If you guys did find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, you guys can leave those in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.